Here's the plan. You grow up wanting to be a lawyer because your dad's a lawyer.
You grew up to be a lawyer because your dad was a lawyer. So the message here is you do what your parents want you to do. You follow in the trends that society have created for you. You do not have individualism. You do not try to do your own thing. You do not buck the mold. You do as your father did. Please note that the kid is playing with a robot. They want you to be a robot. Do what your father did. Don't think. Be a robot.
And eventually you land a grown-up job with a 401k and you meet your wife.
It's important to note in this commercial that everything happens to you. Everything just happens. You don't make anything happen. You just landed a job. You just happen to land a job. And now you're an adult with an adult job. You didn't grow up. You didn't go through the process. You didn't practice to get this job. You didn't train to get this job. You didn't work hard to get this job. It just happened to you. And guess what else happens? You happen to meet your wife at this job. You didn't make an effort to meet her. You didn't break through any fear to meet her. You didn't get together with her. You happened to meet your wife at this job.
And you both work constantly.
You both work constantly. Well, the message here is not hard to figure out. You need to work constantly. You must be working all the time. Don't spend any time on your own individualism. You do the job that they created for you, and you do it constantly.
So you're surprised at how much you both want kids. And equally surprised you can't have them.
So here we go again. This is just happening to you. You're surprised you want kids. You don't want kids on your own. No, you don't think about having kids on your own, that you'd like to have a kid with your wife. No, you're surprised by the fact that you're walking in the supermarket, you see a kid, and you want to have kids now. And then once again, you're equally surprised when you can't have them, meaning that you are not in control of your life again. You can't have kids now. This is something that happens to you. This is happening to you.
So together you adopt a little boy and then his two brothers.
Now, this clip about adopting this kid and his two brothers appeals to the part of you that they want to have be socially aware. You just can't adopt one kid. No, because he has brothers. And if you only adopted that one kid and not his brothers, then you wouldn't be a good person. You wouldn't be socially good. You would not be doing the right thing. How could you just adopt one kid and not his two brothers? Not only do you have to adopt the kid and his brothers, but those kids cannot be white. You can't adopt a white kid if you're a white guy with a white wife and a white family. You cannot adopt a white kid because that would be socially callous. That would be socially unacceptable. If you want to do the right thing in society, you adopt a brown kid, someone who doesn't have your privilege.
And you up your life insurance because 4 people depend on you now.
Once again, you're not choosing more life insurance because you care about your family. You're not choosing to protect your loved ones with insurance. Now you're upping your life insurance because this is trying to tell you that you're not in control of anything. Things are happening to you. You have no individual choice.
Then one weekend, when everyone has a cold and you've spent the whole day lying around watching monster movies on TV,
You're not gathered at a family gathering that you've decided to gather at. You all have a cold. Everybody has a cold. In other words, something that happens to you again. and you're all together because something just happened to you. You all happened to get a cold.
You realize you didn't plan for any of this, but you wouldn't have done it any other way.
See, you didn't plan any of this. You're not responsible for any of this. Any of it. None of it. You didn't do anything here. You just happen to be born into a family. You just happen to get a lawyer's job. You just happen to meet your wife. You just happen to adopt kids. You just happen to get insurance. You didn't do any of it. It just all happened to you. You didn't do one thing here in this situation. But guess what? You wouldn't have it any other way. In other words, you will not control yourself. You will not control your reality. They will control it for you. They will call the shots for you. Because guess what? If all this stuff is happening to you, who's making it happen if you're not? If you're not the one making it happen, who is? They are.
No matter who you are or where you end up in life, with the right financial partner, progress is possible.
No matter who you are, which is just something that happens to you, or where you end up in life, once again, something that just happens to you, you just end up there. You didn't make goals, you didn't have dreams, you didn't make anything happen. It just happened to you. Wherever you ended up, progress is possible. And please note, when they mean progress, they mean you adopting brown kids. They mean you accepting things that you may not have had to accept if you had made your own way. Progress to them is you doing exactly what you are supposed to do in exactly the way they want you to do it. That's what progress is to them. I'm John Dankman for Media Analysis, hoping you think for yourself.